A big what's up to everybody, welcome back to the channel. Yo, we've been racking up a lot of views recently. Most of my videos have either cracked the 100 hits or more. I appreciate y'all. We're only going to get better from here. As you can see, I still have the quarantine fro. I was trying to grow it out a little bit, you know, try to get what the ladies call inches. My own mother said that I look like Frederick Douglass, bro. Everybody got jokes. Actually, you know what? She ain't even lying. Power to the people. We have a lot of Sixers news to cover, so let's get right into it without further delay. So unless you have been living under a rock the last week, you probably already know that the NBA and the NBA Players Association has ratified an agreement to bring basketball back starting July 31st in Orlando, Florida. Apparently, social justice issues and a global health pandemic is no match for $1 billion industry known as the National Basketball Association. Just ask the people in China. Just to be transparent, yes, I was one of those fans who did not want to see the basketball season return this year off of basically two reasons. I'm not sure if people noticed, but we are still in a global / national, mainly national pandemic. Over the weekend, I was down Market Street with a friend, and no matter where we looked, we really saw people without masks. Like, we was walking down, I want to say 2nd Street, right? And there's like a whole section of restaurants. People were dead ass sitting next to each other eating food with no mask in sight. Over the last few weeks, the nation has seen a rise in new coronavirus cases. Even specifically in Florida, there has been an increase of 9,000 plus new coronavirus cases. No one should be playing basketball during a global health crisis. Imagine a player contracting COVID-19 while they're playing within the bubble. This will be a PR nightmare for the NBA. They're really just setting themselves up for a potential failure of catastrophic proportions. So let me get this straight. On top of COVID-19, which is rising rapidly in Florida at an alarming rate, players who do indeed return are going to be rusty since they haven't played basketball in the last 3 months. Other players will be sitting out, or rather opting out, of returning to Orlando. And with many of these NBA star players opting out, it is definitely going to dilute the product of play on the court. And worst of all, there will be no NBA fans in the stands during these games. We're basically rearing up to watch glorified AAU and scrimmage games. There's just a lot of hurdles that the NBA has to get through to actually create a good product. And I just don't think it's worth it to even put that amount of effort to do so. The second reason why I don't believe the NBA should return this season, it'll be a distraction from the recent protests that has been going on all across the country due to the horrific, unnecessary, and unwarranted deaths of Breonna Taylor and George Floyd. There are more important things going on in the actual real world that requires all of our undivided attention. Players boycotting the rest of the season would have gave the protests much needed validation, as well could have given the cause and movement leverage. If the NBA players decided to boycott and make demands, there will be a much more rapid response to social justice reform, especially if the NBA players teamed up with lawmakers behind the scenes to actually create change. Because honestly, nothing says distract me more from black social justice issues than watching other more prominent black folks put a ball in a hoop. And I honestly understand the other side to this argument, to where NBA players can use this distraction as a platform to promote social justice reform. But at the end of the day, a distraction is a distraction and we don't need it. Di-Strac-Tion. I digress for now. Now to the most important part of the video, where we talk about 76ers basketball, the best team in the Eastern Conference, National Basketball Association. Boy, if you don't. A few weeks ago, the NBA dropped the final remaining seeding games for teams who were invited back to the bubble. And the basketball guys must be AI and Dr. J fans, because they gifted and blessed the Sixers with the second easiest remaining schedule in the league, yo. Beautiful. Beautiful. 8 games in 2 weeks. That is crazy. I'm not really going to delve into the games one by one, but looking at the actual schedule so far, the games that I'm truly excited to see is the first game we'll be playing the Indiana Pacers, and honestly the last 2 games, the Toronto Raptors and the Rockets on August 14th. I really like that our first game is against the Indiana Pacers. We are tied for the 5th seed. I'm very excited for that game because it is a put up or shut up game. It is going to show if the Sixers are truly about their business. Victor Oladipo will not even be playing, and if the Sixers lose that game, it will speak volumes to how much trouble the Sixers will be in the rest of the way. At minimum, I'm expecting the Sixers to go 7-1 during the seeding games to prove their ilk, their talent, that they actually deserve to be there, because a lot of people are still disrespecting them even though they donned the best home record in the league, 20 9-2. And for good reason, since this will be a neutral playing site, Sixers will not have the added benefit of a home crowd on their side, but I honestly don't think that is going to really play a factor in these AAU games. It'll come down to talent, and the Sixers are one of the top 5 talented teams. That should be enough to carry them. That along with coaching. I'm looking at you, Brett Brown. In other Sixers news, to gear up for their stay in the bubble, the team signed guard/forward Ryan Brokoff from the Dallas Mavericks. This season, where he played 17 games next to Kristaps Porzingis and Luka Doncic, he averaged 4.2 points on 39.2% from the 3 and 87.2% from the free throw. He is listed as 6'6", but he more so seems 6'5". While doing research on Bull, I was looking up his highlights videos online, and there aren't that many, but the one that I did find of him cooking an NBA team was against who? You guessed it, the Sixers. For some reason, every unknown guard always has the best games against us. Honestly, I really don't necessarily think he is going to see the floor that much. We shall see, and hopefully he does good. I always want the new guy to look good. Welcome to the squad, Ryan Brokoff. Trust the process. In other Sixers news, Joel Embiid, star center for our team, gave his thoughts on the NBA returning in the bubble. This is what he had to say. I am not a big fan of the idea, but then again, you know I'm going to do my job. I'm not going to let the city down. The fact that I don't like the idea, and I still don't believe in it, and I don't think it is going to be safe enough, because I know I'm going to do the right things. I don't do anything. I play video games, and I am always home. I don't trust those other guys to do the same. But like I said, I got to do my job. Honestly, these words shocked me coming from Joel Embiid's mouth. I honestly felt like he was just rearing to go and wanted to play these games. He also made comments earlier this month when he said he has something to prove once play resumes. And to that, I say, Joel, put your money where your mouth is. Or in this case, put the ball in the hoop and defend the daggone goal. Well, not goal, the hoop. Defend the hoop, Joel. Just play well. In other Sixers news, Ben Simmons is looking swole in these new pictures that have come out recently, just like 95% of the other NBA players who's been doing nothing but working out the last 3 months. While I'm not going to be that guy that says his shot probably got better, I am going to say the extra pounds on board is going to give him an advantage when play resumes. And in other Sixers news, Tobias Harris is looking like the scruffy twin of J. Cole.
Put your phone down. I don't like you no more.
Tell me what you think of the NBA restart and of the Sixers schedule. What seed do you think the Sixers will end up having by the end of these seeding games? Let me know in the comment section. I am excited to announce that I have made an Instagram page which will be connected to this channel just to create more engagement with you guys, the fans. You can expect quality content such as this. It is at the Ben and Joe Show. Link will be provided in the description. Thank you everybody for pulling up. Next video, I will be reviewing this book, Tanking to the Top by Yaron Weitzman. Hella notes, dog. Hella notes. As always, your boyfriend is mad because the process worked. My name is Cain, and I will see you next time. Peace.